Let's talk about lambda function in Python. This is a normal function in Python. How do we define a normal function in Python? We have a def keyword, we give name to the function we are defining, and we pass the parameter. Okay, so is the parameter. And now to give output from the function, we use the return statement. How do we call a normal function? We write the name of the function and we pass the argument. Okay, now if I run this, I'll get the result from the normal function in Python, which is 4. Okay, now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna convert the same function, this normal function in Python, into a lambda function in Python. Just concentrate. I'll copy this down. Okay, so lambda function in Python don't use the word keyword def. Instead it uses the keyword lambda. Okay, now the lambda function is called anonymous function in Python. Why is it so? Because it does not have any name, so I'll remove the name. Yes, and the parameter it takes, we don't need bracket for that as well. Now lambda function is also called one line function in Python, so I'll bring this in one line. Now a lambda function, in a lambda function you don't need to specify return. The first expression after this colon is by default the return statement, so you can delete this all as well. So right now what I did, I just converted a normal function in Python into a lambda function. Yes, now how could you call this function? You can just assign this whole function into a variable. Isn't that exciting? You can just say x equal to, so this whole function is now, okay, you can use this whole function like a variable. Yes, now you can call this function. How do you can call this function? You can just say print x and you can pass any argument which you want. Suppose I pass 10. So then what am I gonna get the answer? I'm gonna get the answer 20. It is just returning 2 times. Yes, now let us try to create a lambda function for finding the square root of any number. How could we do that? Simple. Let's just import math, which will help us to find the square root. Then lambda. Okay, I need to write a parameter because my function is gonna accept a parameter, a number. So I'll say a colon. Then the next statement which I'm gonna write is gonna be return statement. So what am I gonna return? I'm gonna return math dot sqrt and just a. So I've just written in one line, I've written a function, a lambda function to calculate the square root of a number. I could assign that into a variable and I could call that variable. If I say x 36, then this is gonna calculate the square root of 36. Just print this. If I run this, I'll see what? I see 6, which is the square root of this number. Yes. Now let us take one more example and try to write a lambda function to find if a number is even or odd. Yes. So again, what do? I write lambda. Okay. Now again, this function is going to receive a number. So I'll take any parameter and I could just return. What do I want to return? Yes. So I'll say a percentage 2 equal to 0. So this is gonna return what? If a is divisible by 2 exactly, then it will return true, otherwise false. Let me assign this to a number. Let's check if this works. Okay, let me say x2, it should be returning true. If I print this, see, I got true. If I am writing here 3, I'll be getting false. Yes, false. Now there's one thing you need to always take care of, that you can only write one expression in lambda expression after this colon. You cannot write more than one expression. You can have more than one parameter in lambda expression as well. For example, if I want to check if two numbers are equal, then I can create a lambda function. I can pass two parameter into this. Yes, we can check if a equal to b. This lambda function is gonna return true if both these numbers are equal, otherwise it will return false. Let's check this. If I pass x and if I pass 9 comma 10, I'm gonna get false. Print. See, I got false. Now if I put the equal numbers here, if I say 9 comma 9, I'm gonna get true. See, we can also use lambda expression to compare two numbers. I can say lambda a comma b, and then I can pass a, return a if a is greater than b, else I can say return b. Let me assign this lambda expression into a variable. Let's check this. If I say x and if I pass 20 comma 30, then I should be getting 30. Yes, let me print this. I'm getting 30.